Imagine putting your house on the market, cleaning every room, leaving every weekend, getting excited every time your phone buzzes, and then nothing. No offers, no calls, no movement. So today we're talking about why homes don't sell, and trust us, the answer isn't always what you think. And later on, we're going to review the 5 biggest mistakes that keep homes from selling. And one of them surprises almost every seller that we talk to. So grab your coffee or something stronger and let's unrake it.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Real Estate UnRaked, episode 46. We're just keep going along, don't we, guys? This is great.
All right, just keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling.
Rolling.
That's good. So we're going to start out like we always do. Dad jokes. What you guys got?
All right. So my wife says I am getting fat. But in my defense, I have a lot on my plate.
All right. A bossy man walked into a bar, then ordered everyone around.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
What do you call a cow? A twitchy cow?
A twitchy cow?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Beef jerky.
Oh, no.
I like it.
I was going after the animal this week.
There you go. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
So let's start with some honesty, okay? The market changed. A lot of sellers are still pricing their homes like it's 2021, 2022.
Nope.
Back then, almost everything sold quickly, and it did.
Yep.
Today, buyers have more choices. They're taking their time, and they're comparing every listing before making an offer.
Like a glove.
So, I mean, are we seeing finally a balanced market at all?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
I
believe
think
so.
everybody's on a level playing field,
Yeah.
and nobody wants to give up. It's like the tug of war thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we would call it balanced, but neither side of a transaction's calling it balanced. They want it to be their side of the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, buyers aren't desperate anymore. So you got that rope going that way.
No.
The inventory is increasing throughout Northeast Florida, which we've seen that quite a bit. And it seems like every month you see a couple fall off and a couple go back on.
Right.
And then sellers are now competing against new construction incentives, which has always been a thing, but it's really a thing right now.
Yeah, right now it's huge. The incentives those new home builders are putting out there are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
Very much so. And homes usually don't sell just because they're listed anymore. I remember you could just list it and away it goes. Now there is so much marketing and strategy that's involved with it. And you have to earn the buyer's attention.
Right.
And we do that by, us being exclusive homes.com listing team. We're doing stuff through Zillow, doing showcases.
Right.
And then on top of all our other marketing that we do too, it puts us in a different level than most.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, buyers are looking online. So that's what you want to do. And they look online for weeks before calling an agent.
Right.
Isn't
And,
that the truth?
one of the things we're doing with, like you mentioned, homes.com
Mhm.
is we're paying for advertisement. So we're, top of mind. And same thing with Zillow Showcase. Same thing. We try to get your listing up there up top. So it's one of the first homes that people notice when they're looking online.
Yeah. And first impression matters more than ever.
Absolutely.
Dane, what is it that you usually say? It's always the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. The first 2 weeks.
weeks.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And you're right. The first impressions, if you can't hook them by them just looking at the pictures, they're going to move on to the next. So basically you just got to make sure that home is, ready. Turnkey is how people look in this day and age.
Mhm.
And they're doing more homework than ever. And before they even schedule showing, they've already looked at a dozen homes online like we were talking. And if the home doesn't stand out, as we were saying in the photos, pricing and the condition, nobody wants one of those homes where they got to go in and put another 10, 15, 20,000 in it, get it up right.
Yeah,
They may
ready
never even
stage.
walk through the door if they don't, like it. So, they compare listings side by side. It could be, same zip code, same area, and they're going to see what one house offers more than the other. They're competing against Zillow, Realtor.com algorithms. So you got different things where it shows, for example, a Zestimate. The Zestimate on Zillow is not the true estimate of the home or the comparative market analysis, that we do, because we pull recent updated facts instead of what the algorithm throws out there. So that makes a big difference.
Well, we see the real-time change. within days, and even currently at that moment, we can actually check that out and see what's going on, because Zillow and usually all the other third-party websites, Realtor.com, Homes Trulia, Redfin, all those, they're going off a 48-hour, even longer.
Yeah.
And I see, and what we all see is immediately. So not only will we look at that, we'll look at that, but that isn't our final number.
No.
We do, I think there's 3 other programs that we use. And then I still do it old fashioned, or I'll pull up each listing and look at it and do my numbers that way.
Right. No, that's the best way to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, homes with poor photos, they lose immediately.
Oh yeah. The iPhone photos with the stuff on the bathroom counter that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
What did he say?
And floor plans matter. That's a big deal. Have you seen those photos with things that shouldn't be on the counters or in the background or
See
any of
them all
that
the
good
time.
stuff?
Yeah, I do.
That is no fun. So buyers know values. I'm trying to make it go on, guys. Y'all get me sidetracked there. So no, but buyers know value better now than they ever have. So that makes a big difference. And AI makes researching neighborhoods a whole lot easier. And video walkthroughs are becoming expected, part of the norm now.
That's my top tier. As a matter of fact, when we get done recording today, I'm going to go do one for somebody that's coming down from Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's a huge asset to help us, show the home. So that's a big deal.
Yeah.
One thing we've noticed is that buyers aren't afraid to wait anymore. They're watching for price reductions, new listings, and better opportunities. That means sellers need a strategy, not just a sign in the yard. Buyers have patience.
Mm-hmm.
Higher interest rates are making them more cautious. They're not making emotional decisions anymore. It's based on facts. The first impression is really what they're basing this off of.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sellers should expect multiple showings before offers. And they really need to focus on their marketing.
Yeah.
It needs to be photo ready. That first impression is important. There's one house just because I've seen a few things, know a few things, had a buyer, didn't want to see it. Photos looked bad. I'm like, I swear, I'm looking at everything. I pulled up the liens. So they had updated all kinds, there was multiple contractor paid.
Right.
What do we call that?
Upgrades. Upgrades are where the contractors applied for permits.
Yes, permits. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I don't think we should go look at this one. I'm like, all right, you're going to trust me on this one. We're going to walk through. We did. And it was really just the photos. I can't even remember, the teeny tiny brokerage, not really iPhone photos, but dark, cluttered.
Right.
Oh, wow.
But you could still tell it was fresh paint. Floors were done.
Right.
Kitchen was newly updated, but they spent all this money on the kitchen. You can't even tell
it in the
based off
photos. Wow.
It's really a shame to them.
That turned off a lot of people from coming and looking at home.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Well, you mentioned multiple showings before offers, and that's actually something that we measure quite a bit. We'll see that, and that weekly report that we do for our customers that list with us is every week we show them that on average the home needs to see so many showings before we see an offer.
Right.
And if you're following along with that, and you have your sellers following along with that, it makes them more informative. They feel like they're more in control of how the whole process is going, and they get all the information that they need. So that was important with the multiple showing thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you're right. Marketing is everything again. It kind of always was before, but now more than ever. And it's always funny. Even when I was in the auto industry, people say good habits are created in bad times and bad habits are created in good times.
Yeah.
And the way the market has shifted and the way things have gone for real estate, you're seeing these good habits come back around for these agents. So, I know the dancing thing and the social media thing is a thing. Did you guys see the latest?
What is that?
There's a lady, I don't know if she's in Southern Florida or she's somewhere else in the country, but she was walking around in her regular outfit, but with no pants on.
No.
Oh.
What?
She said she's not going to put pants on until the interest rates come down. And then
that's real professional, isn't it?
It's very unprofessional.
That's what I'm saying. Wow.
So to me, it's like, do you want to sell houses or are you trying to get followers?
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Yeah. That's
what are you selling here?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that.
No.
But anyway.
I did not see that one. I saw the one where it's they do the Netflix documentary intro and they're me when they ask how the current market's treating us and they're ready to sit down and talk about it, that trend.
Oh, that's really neat.
I haven't seen the pantsless one.
Yeah, the pantsless one.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. But anyway, moving on. So price is king. The number one reason why homes sit on the market is pricing. Sellers often say, start high and see what happens. The problem is that the first 2 weeks when your listing gets the most attention, and we just talked about that.
Yeah.
If it's overpriced, you lose your biggest opportunity. So again, first 14 days are crucial. That allows us to really kind of get that new listing in and people get to see it. There's a lot of new attention, especially if there's somebody that's looking, because earlier we talked about how buyers are looking at homes for weeks instead
that's
of
right.
doing something. New listing alerts drive traffic. Buyers know comparable sales. Overpricing can cost more in the long run. So if you want to sell it, get serious about selling day one and let us run it for you. Price reductions create buyer skepticism. Okay, the first question I always get when I talk to buyers is, why they lower the price? What's wrong with
What's
the house?
wrong with it? It's
Oh,
always what's wrong with
Every
it.
time I could script it like it's nothing. So have a good, accurate pricing strategy, which is going to create urgency for you.
Yeah.
Because usually if you're selling, you want to get to that next chapter real fast. Multiple offers often come in from a strategic pricing point.
Yeah. And, a price reduction doesn't always fix the problem.
Nope.
Once a home has been sitting for a while, buyers always, I won't say always, but often wonder what is wrong. Why isn't I selling at that price? Why do they have to lower it?
Mm-hmm.
So days on the market matter psychologically. I mean, people are always thinking, what is wrong with it? Buyers assume inspection issues, or they think the seller is difficult. Buyers assume hidden problems, and realtors often skip the stale listings that's been sitting there for a while as well. So, and fresh listings always gets more attention. And that's why what you were saying, price it right at the beginning, because once it's a fresh listing, that's when you're going to get more traffic.
Right.
We'd rather price a home correctly from day one and create competition rather than chase the market with multiple price reductions. As listing agents, we provide a CMA, comparative market analysis. You might as well look at it as competition market analysis. You see the houses that are active, you have to compete in some way, whether it's condition of home or price. Scarcity creates urgency. So those comparative houses in your neighborhood are competition.
Yeah.
There's less urgency there. They're comparing all of these houses. You have to stick out.
You do.
Correct pricing brings more showings. More showings bring more offers. And then more offers. Sellers are more apt to net more when it's priced correctly.
That's right.
Net is everything. You could say I want $1 million for a property, but at the end of the day, it's truly what it's going to sell for, how it's going to sell for, and you'll get more money if it sells faster.
That's right.
And right. So again, not every realtor is created equal. And, we are in the business. I know, especially on this team, we're in the business to sell homes, not get listings. Because if you get listings, you still have to sell the home.
That's right.
I actually had pretty good transparent conversation with a customer, and they were interviewing me along with another agent they already met. And one agent said, oh yeah, we can totally do this for this. I ran the comps and I said, just to be honest with you, you're going to be getting a price reduction on it right away. And it's a crucial point when you need to do that. I go, you have plans and dreams and aspirations after you sell this house of where you want to go. My job is to help you get there. I want to sell your home, but this is how I want to do it. What you may hear from me may not be what you want to hear.
Right.
But it's the truth.
And you also don't want a yes man realtor.
No,
that is not
never.
how you
No.
reach your goals there.
No, I'm all about being Clint Eastwood, telling you all about the good, bad, and the ugly.
Well, you can do that. And I've done that. As a matter of fact, I have a listing now where I said, this is where we need to be. And they didn't want to listen and they bumped it up 15,000 more. And you know what? 100 days later, we're still chasing the price. And it was unfortunate because I think we could have had it sold a while ago if we'd have priced it correctly. But, we can, like lean a horse to water, but you can't make it drink,
That's right.
One of those type deals. In the end, the client has the final decision of where they want to price it. We can advise them and guide them and educate them, but in the bottom line, they have the decision to make what they want to do.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
So let's be honest here. I'm going to talk about this real quick before we jump into the fun part. But here's what realtors don't tell sellers. And I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions real quick. And I want you guys to give me your own perspective about this.
All right.
All right. So what's the hardest truth you've had to tell a seller?
I guess I won't say it was hard, but it was the truth. The one I just told you about.
Mm-hmm.
He's, wanted 15,000 more than what it was worth. And he had Did not want to listen to anything I said. So, I mean, and I didn't want to argue with them because you got to respect them.
Yeah.
And I educate them, showed them numbers and everything. And it was hard. I mean, it really was because you got to learn when to back down and not to offend your client.
Well, you just can't have that fear of loss.
Yeah.
That's an important thing. And if you have an agent that is confident enough to be able to have those discussions and not worry about not getting the house,
Right.
I would rather have somebody talk to me that way.
Oh, yeah.
And share that information with me, because they're the ones that are actually going to sell the home.
Right.
And if you hear a lot of people say, well, the home sells itself, it does. But if it's marketed completely wrong, it won't.
Yeah, definitely will not. Nobody will come see it.
Well, what's the hardest thing you've ever had to say so?
I think it was an investor seller. We had closed in 15 days. He took maybe 90 days to do renovations and completely remodeled it. He asked me if he should put an extra $10,000 into the kitchen, and it was like pretty adamant. He was already like, I warned him in the beginning, like we thought he was going to sit on it before he sold it. Not what happened. And then he wanted to put another 10K in, and he had already invested more than he was going to get. And I told him that in the beginning. I'm like, you're going to invest this if you're sitting on it. It was in downtown Jacksonville. I'm like, if you wait on this with a minute, you'll get the numbers you want. He wanted to put another 10K in after this discussion. I'm like, you're already not gonna it's not gonna happen. Like
chewing into your net when you start doing that.
Yeah.
it feels like you're like crushing their dreams though. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But another $10,000 is just gonna get you further from your goal.
Well, that may lead to my next question: is what's the biggest pricing mistake sellers make?
Well, that sounds like she had a good one.
Yeah,
right
that was
there.
a great one.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering my question.
Yeah.
Brian.
There you go.
You and your time
There you go.
machine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, how about this? What's something sellers do that unintentionally hurts their chances of getting top dollar?
Unintentionally.
And let's not do what you always see is the pricing. What's something else?
Well, they just don't. They keep the house cluttered. I don't think they intentionally. They live in it, and they, they just don't want to have it. Hey, we live in it. No, keep it clean, even though you live in it. We've all been there. We've all sold our house, our own house, and it's hard, but you got to stay on top of it. Keep it decluttered and keep it clean. So when that's showing, hey, somebody calls and wants to see it this evening, yeah, be ready. Let them.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's always an easy way and there's a right way of doing things. And anything that's worth anything in this world takes a little bit of effort.
Yeah, I agree.
And I will tell you, society today, the cell phone, the internet, and AI has destroyed that. It's instant gratification. They want stuff done with no effort. That's a shame. But anyway, I think one of the most important things, or the biggest things that people do, is they don't allow the showings to go happen.
Oh yeah.
They always decline them.
Yeah.
It's not the best time for me. Well, I'm sorry, it's not the best time for you, but you told me that you're going to allow us to show the home. It needs to be on the buyer's schedule, not the seller's schedule. It is what it is. But one of the benefits you have with us is we do a 3D tour on several platforms now.
Right. And you can tour it online.
You can tour it online. You can do showings 24/7 and never be bothered. So you got that option for you.
Yeah.
All right. What's one thing you've seen sellers do that immediately make you think this house is going to sit?
Other than price?
Other than price.
Okay.
That's always the number one.
Gosh,
I think it's really price.
Yeah.
It's price. What else?
Well, I think a lot of people like to put stuff on the wall that, for example, I love my Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Okay. One of my rooms is a Georgia Bulldog room. However,
Haven't seen that.
if I were to sell my house, guess what?
It's coming down.
It's coming down because that right
Because
there
it's
is
Gator County.
yeah. Well, even if it isn't, you don't. Other people, in college football, a lot of people are passionate about, but people are passionate about different things. But one thing for sure, if somebody comes in, loves the house, they see that room, they're going to be like,
No.
"Oh heck, no, I'm not moving in here. There is no way."
It's bad juju.
Yeah.
That's
The
just as bad
dogs.
as Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, God.
so stuff like that I've seen in houses that you're like, no, it's going to have to find the right person. So you've already got your pool of people dwindled down to a quarter of what you could have had.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, or the locked doors. The
Oh, the
locked
locked door.
doors. It's the locked doors.
What's on the other side of that? I don't know. Well, I want to see that one.
and then it kind of eats at you. Like, I
Yeah.
do want to know what's back there. No.
Anything that's political, that's on the wall needs to be taken down.
Absolutely.
You can tie into college sports teams as like a political title.
Yeah, agreed.
To me, I think really what it is if you get into it and you're sitting there talking to them and where they want to be, and they come up to you with a list of things that you can't do and not allow you to do your job.
Oh yeah.
That tells me that the home's probably going to sit.
Yeah.
because they're still trying to sell it on their own. And they have that mindset that you put a price out there, someone's going to buy it.
Oh, I've got another one.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I was on the buying side of this. Went to look at this house. It had the coolest backyard. It had little putt-putt, like a mini basketball, brand new pool. Really cool backyard with a 32-year-old roof.
What? Wow.
Spent all his money on the
32-year-old
putting
roof.
That's gonna. The house is gonna
32
sit.
years? The roof was older than me. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. You just invested all this money in your backyard, and
Left the wow.
you're going to need a cash buyer because it's not getting insured. Like that's
Until you replace that roof.
Replace that roof.
Yeah, that's
you need to
right.
put all their money
All
in your
right.
backyard.
Holy moly.
Wow, that is crazy. That's actually a good example.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to jump in and take a break from the content, and we're going to jump into game time. Got a new game for you guys.
Yay.
It's called Who Actually Said That. One of these is real, and that's the scary part of this whole entire thing. Okay, so I'm going to be reading you guys a quote, and you need to choose between seller, buyer, lender, realtor, or completely made up.
Okay.
All right. Don't tell buyers about the roof. If they don't ask, we don't have to bring it up.
I say seller would say that.
That has to be seller, lender, and a realtor's not saying
Yeah,
that.
it's a realtor, definitely not for sure.
No, I agree. That is completely a seller comment. Unfortunately, we have to disclose that, guys.
Yes, we would.
If not, we find out about it even though you don't want us to. Next one. I don't care if it sells. My wife just wants me to list it. I actually had 2 of those that way.
Oh, no.
Definitely a seller.
Seller.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a seller. Let's put a price on it at $200,000 over market. If nobody bites, we'll lower it.
That sounds like a seller as well.
Yeah, there's seller as well. All right. I don't need professional photos. My daughter has Snapchat.
Snapchat filters on it. Oh, God.
Definitely a seller.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. The mold was here when we moved in, so technically it's vintage. I can't believe somebody would say something.
I don't think.
Oh
I think
my
that's made up.
gosh.
That's got to be made up.
Please be made up.
Please, nobody would ever say that.
Please.
Yep, made up.
Can buyers just work around my nap schedule?
Oh, my gosh. Seller.
Well, I would say that's
Well,
a seller for sure
Yeah.
because
Maybe
I had a client that we had to work around their schedule. So yeah,
Yeah.
seller, for sure.
All right. Can we remove the neighbor from the listing photos?
that would definitely be a seller.
You sure?
Remove that.
No, hold please.
Yeah.
No, definitely the realtor then on that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The dog only bites people who are nervous.
That would be a seller.
Oh, no.
Come look at my house. He
Yeah.
only bites if you're nervous.
I
So
think
don't
it'd
be
be-
nervous.
It'd be pretty funny if it was the realtor, though.
That would be, wouldn't it?
Showing instructions.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it. Dog only bites when he's nervous.
That's funny.
Can we Photoshop the power lines out of the photos? This runs to the back of the house.
That would be probably a seller.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Oh, this one's good. The smell isn't the house, it's the season.
Oh, God. Buyer's agent.
Buyer's agent. That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd rather let the house sit than let someone think they got a good deal.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody would say that. Yeah. Why would anybody say
Oh,
that?
gosh.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Can we tell buyers the train doesn't come by very often?
That would be the seller.
Oh, here, this is a good one based on your comment you did earlier, Dane.
Okay.
I know it's cluttered, but all this furniture really makes the rooms feel bigger.
Oh my gosh. I hope that's made up, but that could be a seller too. So, whew,
Oh my. The termites are gone, I think.
I think.
I think. Oh, my God.
Well, we're going to find out for sure when we order that WDO.
Yep. If they don't like the wallpaper, they're probably not the right buyer.
Seller.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Who actually said this? Apparently, almost every single one of them was a seller.
Yeah.
See, that's why you guys don't trust algorithms.
Right there.
That was a bad game. I apologize. Well, that was it for game. I'll come up with another one. I do like the whole flow of it, but I think it needs to be funnier, and I think it needs to have a little bit of buyer situations in there.
Yeah, agreed.
And a couple other things we can talk about. But anyway, marketing wins listings. And this is our next segment we're going to talk about. And here's something that we actually really feel strongly about. Putting a home in the MLS is not marketing. That's just the starting point. So the MLS syndicates listings, and that's where everything comes from. You got, all our third-party websites.
Yeah,
Realtor.com,
Zillow,
Zillow, all
Real-
that stuff.
And it's funny. I landed a listing because the agent they had beforehand, he goes, "Yeah, I'm marketing just fine. I put it on the MLS, I put it on Zillow, I put it on Realtor.com." And when they talked to me about it after that listing expired, I said, "All he did was put on MLS. It automatically goes on those platforms." I said, and I explained how we did homes.com, this, that, and the other. And they were like, "Wow, we didn't know."
Well, since we're talking about this, let's get specific about that. Even if you go to like Zillow, but we'll focus on homes.com for a minute, is when you go and actually look, if you see somebody that isn't investing into your listings and doing the right things, it's just a bunch of photos.
Right.
You go and click on a home that we have listed on the same platform. You've got floor plan, 3D tour. The photos are better.
Right.
Everything's better.
Right.
It's just a better presentation. And we get reports with it on the back end, but just the whole face value of what you see.
And we're also paying for the advertising. So it's actually going top of line when people are looking, put in their criteria. It's one of the first ones that pop up.
Well, we live in Florida. So
Mhm.
why wouldn't we want to, advertise to people up north?
Right.
So the New York Post, it gets ads from us on your home, from us. The Washington Post gets it too. All over the place. I think just on your listing that we did this on, Dane, there's 5,200 different ads that's been run weekly.
Right. Yeah. In just 8 days.
Yeah, just 8 days. We have over 100,000 people look at it.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference. It makes it. That's what it is. And now every realtor can just put it on the MLS, which is fine.
Right.
Do things differently. Seller deserves more. Flat out, that's what they need.
Yeah.
Marketing should create demand. It's exactly what it needs to be doing.
Yeah.
Exposure equals opportunity. Great marketing creates conversations.
Yep. Professional, photography, video, social media, YouTube, paid advertising, like we discussed, email campaigns, and reaching out to other agents all help create exposure.
Yes.
And those are very important. And we touched on quite a few of those here. The drone photography. That's a really good aspect of it because it not only shows the house, but it shows what's surrounding the house and also the amenities, if there's any, how close by it may be, ponds, if those who like to fish, what have you. The twilight photos make it pop online. Yeah, those are nice. Matterport tours. Those are really cool when you can tour the house without having an agent.
Yeah, it's a 24/7 showing service, and you don't have to bother the seller. You can look at it at your convenience. There's a lot of buyers that don't like to go out there and do it and waste their time.
Yeah, you're right.
And they can sit there and scour through it and take a look at it. But again, that's one of those things you get automatically listing what the Rakers Home Group is, the Matterport tours.
That's right.
At no cost to the seller.
None at all. And, we do the Facebook advertising, Instagram reels, and YouTube videos.
Instagram rims.
I like that. I'll put those in my car.
But no, Instagram reels, those are good. We do a lot of those.
Yeah,
actually,
email
with
blast.
This podcast.
Yeah, we do email blast, reverse prospecting, agent-to-agent networking, and open house strategy.
Yeah, there's nothing better. Ever since coming over to United Real Estate Gallery, I think it was a huge plus for us.
Oh, no doubt.
Just because of the networking that we have with all the agents around here. And it's not even just local, it's national.
Yeah.
And I always, getting into real estate, never understood the importance of that, but it is crucial because we have an inner group of people that we have clients for. Not only that, but our agents that we work alongside with the brokerage, they have a list of clients that they're working with and buyers that are looking for stuff. So internally, we could actually get your home sold and maybe never ever have to put it on the MLS.
Right.
But I would never do that because I'd rather have more arrows and ammo in my guns than.
When buyers see the same polished, well-presented home everywhere they look, it builds confidence and excitement. Great marketing gets people through the door. Consistency builds trust. Buyers remember repeated exposure.
They do.
Branding helps listings.
Yeah.
And brand recognition is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's how we got our mayor.
Really?
Donna Deegan, yeah. She was like a newscaster.
She was a newscaster.
Well, Donna was, but then her husband was the weatherman, right?
Yeah.
But they were divorced and she kept like the last name. And like it was like name recognition there.
Oh.
Might have to crop that out.
There you go.
60% of the time, it works every
60% of
time.
the time it works every time. Storytelling. Storytelling sells homes. MLS description. When it has like the AI like mistakes throughout. Oh my gosh. Or they might not have specified Floridas. They're like using terminology like Florida buyers aren't really looking for.
It's so funny now because you can actually see when somebody has their MLS description written by chat or another AI tool. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It makes it a little harder for the buyers to feel personal, emotional to the house, and emotion sells.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lifestyle marketing is also huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. The
Include a
amenities.
description like what's nearby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Where's
Yeah.
the furthest Publix? What amenities are there?
Yeah.
That's actually a really good comment. I'm gonna have to write that down because I like to incorporate that more into the listings that we do and the conversations we have about these homes. You know, where people want to go, they have a circle. You know, they go outside their circle for work for the most part, but when they come in there, they don't want to go any further than a certain amount.
Right.
I don't know how many people tell me they never ever want to go across the river. They don't have to, but they do. You know, getting down to like, I want to know where the Publix is. I want to know where the Jiffy Store's at. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
quick things that are just within the vicinity.
Yeah. Nice restaurants
Yeah.
locally.
And it's hard for somebody to think that way and go into like a new community where there's nothing there, but to let them know within the next 12 to 24 months, you're going to have this, and this.
Right.
I mean, you can always guarantee there's going to be a strip mall there. There's going to have a nail salon, a Chinese restaurant,
Pizza
and
delivery.
a pizza delivery,
And a
guy.
vape shop.
The vape shop.
Oh.
This world. So
Where's the Publix?
really, yeah, what?
Where's the Publix?
Yeah. I need my sub.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the Publixes are getting better. That's for sure. You know, the one that you can actually drink and
Oh, yeah.
drink and shop.
Yeah. Drink a glass of wine while you
Yeah.
shop.
I heard about that.
I haven't seen it yet, but I believe it.
Oh, go over to Silverleaf. The new
Oh,
one
they
that just
got it,
opened.
huh?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's really neat.
I hate grocery shopping. No way.
And I'm just the opposite. I can go grocery shopping every day.
Well, Jaycee, you mentioned about how emotion sells, and buyers they really do buy based off emotion, and people just don't buy square footage. They buy how a house makes them feel. So yes, if you got pictures, buyers buy, picture holidays. Oh, which reminds me, what is always the first thing that you guys look at when you see a living room when you go into a house that you want? What's the first thing some people tell
Where's
you?
the Christmas tree going?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Oh my,
true.
yeah. Where's the
Where's
Christmas tree going to go? I
Or when
showed.
they're stoked over the floor outlets for the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Where's the kids going to play? That's also another big thing too.
Yeah.
Where am I going to have my morning coffee?
Those are good signs though when they start envisioning themselves in the house.
Well, that shows they're beyond just the price of it now. They're ready to be emotionally connected.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So when they start seeing themselves doing backyard barbecues, the family coming over, where they're going to have them, and just lifestyle over features, then that's where it's at.
Yeah.
And, a good advice for sellers when it comes to this is create that environment, create that emotion, put yourself in a neutral spot. We're going to talk about next episode about how sellers need to put themselves
Right.
and where they need to put themselves mindset wise to get ready to sell their home. It's really cool how you can do that.
Well, and also, it's a big emotional thing, letting go of the house you've been in for so many years as well. So,
Yeah, that's not easy.
but you're talking about how they picture themselves in the home and getting emotionally connected to it. But if you have a cluttered room, dark lighting, and too many personal items, that will make it difficult for the buyers to even picture themselves in there.
Right.
So, one of the major things you got to do, and I tell every one of my clients, declutter, get everything off the countertops, keep as minimal as possible on top of it, keep the floors clean, keep your dog toys put away,
Mhm.
whatever, neutral colors. Nobody likes going into that key lime pie green. Well, that's not really
Key lime
bad,
pie.
but the real, flaming green and pink and purples.
Baby
And I've
shit
seen
yellow.
those. Yeah. Bright lighting helps, because you want the house to shine.
Clean those
So-
windows, new
yeah.
light bulbs. That's
Absolutely.
important.
And another thing I'd like to tell my folks is remove those family photos. You want people walking through to picture themselves in it, not seeing you in it.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge thing. And, part of decluttering too is, maybe move some furniture out. If you're not using it all, don't need it all, that helps make the room look a little bigger. I think that's a big, big deal. And fresh smell, clean it, make it smell clean, little air freshener here and there. Don't heavy do it, because if you do it too much, people will think you're trying to cover something. But you want it to make it smell fresh, when people come in. And you already touched on cleaning the windows, make sure those windows are clean. You wanna-
Inside and out.
All the-
Yeah.
The
natural.
rain does not wash windows.
Not
You
at
get a lot of
all.
rain.
It's the simple things like fresh paint, clean landscaping, and decluttering can completely change a buyer's first impression. You would be surprised how high on the priority list natural lighting or even just enough lighting in a house is to buyers. I've seen not the best conditioned houses, and buyers would prefer that just because there were enough windows, natural light will be there.
Yeah.
It's like the bones, really.
That's how I bought my house, and all the natural light that comes in the house, the big windows.
But landscape's important too. If you see like a neglected landscape, a lot of buyers start assuming the worst. You don't know like how far that neglect goes to.
Yeah, curb appeal helps a lot.
The first impression.
Yes.
It's pressure wash, add mulch, flowers, get rid of the weeds, especially when they're like growing in the gutters or on the door. It's
really
a tough look.
Yeah, now that would definitely say they might not be taking care of it if you got that.
No doubt.
But the clean entryway, you want the curb appeal, their first impression of walking in the door. Doesn't need to be clutter. Doesn't need to be a mess. Doesn't need to be dark.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm scarred for life with the dark houses these days.
Oh yeah, you did an open house on one that freaked you out.
Yep, I was right on out of there too.
We'll talk about that later. And today, your first showing does happen online. Buyers are scrolling on their phones before they ever schedule a tour. And I love talking to buyers about this, especially when I introduce myself and I talk to them. I said, hey, listen, I'm never not working. I know when more than likely that you're scrolling through your phone and looking at homes.
Right.
It's usually when you're laying down in bed, settling down for the night. Text me then. We can go see the house.
Yeah.
Not then, but I'll schedule it for the morning.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
But at least reach out to me. I'm going to answer you. I'm not a 9-to-5 agent. I don't do that. This is my job. It's my livelihood and my career, and it's something I'm investing everything into. So I know you guys are the exact same way. So yeah, reach out to us when it comes to that. But buyers actually spend seconds deciding whether they like the house or not.
Yeah.
The first photos is everything. The thumbnail matters. The attention spans are short with these people nowadays, and mobile viewing dominates on what we do. That is why we do everything that we do, especially on homes.com, is to make that presentation look different.
Absolutely.
Because if you see a thumbnail that just has a photo of whatever you want it to be is one thing. But if you got one and then you see on the bottom, 3D tour available, floor plan available, and a couple other things, or it's actually moving, and people don't have to scroll through stuff, well, guess what?
It's easy peasy.
I'm going to click on that and see what
a little
that's
more
all about.
convenient. Yeah. All right. If your first photo isn't eye-catching, many buyers won't even click on the listing. Front of the house is not always the best photo of the house. Kitchen sometimes performs better if you got that fancy gourmet kitchen, with double ovens, the gas, 6-burner stove top, quartz countertops, the big, what do you call those big old huge refrigerators?
Oh, the Sub-Zero ones.
Yeah, those are nice. That would definitely be a lot better than, the front of a house sometimes. Waterfront shots, if it's on the waterfront, that's nice. Backyard pools, that's always a big deal here in Florida.
It is.
If you can get a pool shot with the front of the house or even without it, that's very eye-catching. People will gravitate towards that. The great room or sunset photography we touched earlier on the twilight photos, those will help get the house noticed for sure.
Yep.
When sellers put themselves in buyer's positions, what about your house made you buy it in the first place? It's always a good way to start.
Yeah.
It convinced you. It'll convince someone else. What are you proud about in your house?
Yeah.
What do you love about your house? Buyers are going to love it too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a great point to make.
We spend a lot of time thinking about which photo should be first because that's what stops the scroll. Like social media. When do you stop on a post? When it catches your attention, eye-catching colors, good lighting, composition, highlight the unique features. Again, what do you love about your home? You invested in your kitchen, market your kitchen.
Yeah.
Create that curiosity.
Create the curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it that you get people like we do. We have a strategy for it. At the end of the day, we're salespeople.
Yeah.
That's what we do. People hire us to sell their house, not to say, ooh, look at me, I'm an agent and I got a listing.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with it. If you're a real estate agent right now and you're thinking that, you're not doing your sellers or buyers any service at all. At the end of the day, you got a product to sell. This is what you're selling. And if buyers and sellers are listening to us, that's in the back of our minds and really the forefront of our minds. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And customer service is everything to us as well. Thinking of where we are, what we do, how we do it. Now, what can the sellers can control? Well, you can't control mortgage rates. You can't control the economy, but you can control the pricing, the presentation, the marketing, and working with the right team.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking about our strategy a little bit, what we do, our preparation, how we kind of communicate to that customer, the professional advice, the flexibility, our negotiation and that adaptability in a situation, because there is never one home deal that is the same.
Never.
There's always something that comes up differently, but having that experience, being there and doing it. And one of the other benefits I love about this group is we've all had different experiences in our short career so far. And that actually matters more, because I can say, you know what, that's an absolute great question or a situation that I can get ahead of and be proactive on. And I'm calling you guys, I'm calling Sophia that's on the team, and we're talking through it, and I have an answer, and I usually have an answer before that situation happens.
Right.
And we're a very proactive, active team when it comes to this. Our actions are very forefront, and we were kind of like, got a crystal ball, or we got a time machine or something.
Was it the Timu crystal ball?
Yeah, no doubt.
Crystal ball.
And, the sellers who adjust quickly are usually ones that get their home sold.
Mm-hmm.
They listen to the feedback, adjust pricing if need be. They improve presentation and stay proactive, like you were talking about, and then trust the process. We're here to navigate, the rough waters, if you will, to get you through to getting that house sold.
Trust the process.
Yep.
It's because every situation's different. That's why having a personalized strategy matters so much. There is no transaction that is the same. It could be even new construction, same build, same development. No transaction's the same.
Nope.
Every neighborhood's unique, and every buyer pool is different.
Yep.
Every price point behaves differently. Every marketing plan should be customized. Every house is different. Marketing has to be a little different.
Yeah.
There's no one size fits all strategy.
That's right.
There's no unity in this business.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, ma'am. Okay, like we had talked about earlier, we're going to share with you guys the 5 biggest mistakes that keeps homes from selling. And I'm going to start from the 5th and work our way down to number 1. So number 5 is poor first impression. The first showing doesn't happen at the front door anymore. It happens actually on the buyer's phone.
Right.
If your photos don't stop someone from scrolling, they may never schedule a showing. All right, so those dark and blurry photos, cluttered rooms, poor curb appeal, weak listing descriptions, no video or virtual tour, not going to happen.
That's right.
So that is one huge mistake, and that's number 5 on our list.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Ignoring buyer feedback. If 10 different buyers all say the same thing, it's probably not the buyers. It's the house or the pricing. Feedback is a free market research. So listen to repeated comments. Don't take the feedback personally. Small changes can make a big difference, and that comes to big result. Address objections quickly. Don't wait on it. Don't sit on it. The quicker you change it, the quicker you may be able to sell it. And buyers are telling you how to sell your home.
They sure are.
And that's the best feedback you can get.
Mm-hmm.
You only get one chance to make a first impression. Buyers notice everything, from pet owners, burned out light bulbs. They start mentally adding up repair costs before they even leave the driveway. Cleanliness matters. Sellers have to put themselves in buyers' positions. Would you like to walk through the entire house that you're scheduled to tour for if it's filthy?
No.
What about the smell? No. Smell matters.
Smell matters.
Temperature matters. It's Florida. You walk into a hot house.
You're
gonna
first
assume
thing that comes to your mind, the
that
AC is not
HVAC
working.
is
Yeah,
not working.
Second, it usually enhances the smell.
yeah,
Oh,
it does.
We can't do this in Florida. Lighting matters. Lighting, temperature, cleanliness, smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 3 is important. That's that poor showing condition. That's really
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
Decluttering. We need to
Declutter.
stress that one again.
Yeah.
Decluttering.
And when you're done decluttering, do it again.
That's right.
That's no doubt.
That's right.
All right. Number 2 is weak marketing. Simply putting your house on the MLS isn't enough anymore. Every agent can do that. The homes that sell today are the ones buyers can't stop seeing. That professional photography, the cinematic video, social media, YouTube, the paid advertising that we pay for our customers, the agent networking, all the open houses, email campaigns, and of course, that lifestyle marketing is such a huge thing.
That is huge here in Florida.
And at number 1, which we kind of figured all would be, is overpricing the home.
Yeah.
This is by far the biggest mistake that we see, and it's the hardest conversation that we have with sellers most of the time. Everyone wants top dollar, and so do we, trust us. But buyers decide what a home is worth, not the seller.
That's absolutely right. The first 2 weeks are your biggest opportunity, which we discussed earlier. That's when every buyer who's been waiting gets notified your home just hit the market. If you miss the window because you priced too high, it's incredibly difficult to get that momentum back.
When a house sits on the market too long, buyers start asking, what's wrong with it? Even if there's nothing wrong at all, perception becomes reality. We'd much rather create excitement on day one than spend weeks chasing the market.
The good news is that every one of these mistakes can be fixed. Selling a home isn't about luck. It's about having the right pricing strategy, strong marketing, great presentation, and a team that is willing to adapt as the market changes.
Yes.
If your home has been sitting on the market and you've been thinking about selling, but you're unsure where to start, we'd love to help. We'll give you honest feedback, a customized marketing plan, a strategy built around today's market, not yesterday's. So if you found this episode helpful, make sure you like it, subscribe it, and share it with somebody who's trying to sell their home or even trying to buy a home right now.
No doubt. And if there's a topic you'd like us to unrake next, leave it in the comments, please. We'd love to hear from you.
We want to hear those.
Oh, yeah,
we love hearing those. We were
read
just
all of
talking
them.
about some comments.
We read all of the
that are
comments.
good and bad. We love them.
Yeah.
But no, your ideas often become future episodes. Leave your comments.
Yes.
I mean, we prefer the nice ones, but you know.
Yeah.
But be honest.
But I got a face for radio. Dane, Jaycee, Bridget, Sophia are on the team as well. Give us a call. Ask us questions.
Get to know us.
Get to know us, as Dane always says. And we appreciate you guys listening, and we'll see you next week.